Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here. A little bit of Warwick Farms up in this piece in the form of their Bock Summer Bock. Yeah. This be a cluckingly good summer Bock beer coming at 5.2% alcohol by volume. Brewed in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. I love this label. Look at that thing. How cute is that little Bock? But yeah. I picked this beer up myself. This was a post log jamming. Let's take the back roads home, avoid the highways. Went to Warwick Farms, went to Wild Fern, picked up some stuff from Warwick Farms, and we're gonna review it. That's how we do. So let's give this a pour and dive into this sucker. Dig me some Warwick Farms. Bulk of the stuff I have reviewed on the channel has been hazies, so it's nice to dive into a lager. I assume it's a lager. You assume almost all Bocks are lager, but it doesn't explicitly call it out. But you'd assume it'd be that. You'd assume they wouldn't call it that. Anyway, yeah, it looks the part of a lager. I mean, it is hyper clean, especially when you're talking about craft brew clean. That is clean as clean could be. Soft little carbonation on that sucker, and a nice kind of copper penny kind of color to it. What you expect from a base low ABV kind of Bock. Just under our pinky finger, a little soapy edged kind of head on it. So we're off to an extremely good start. So let's give this a whirl. Let's give this a nose. Ooh. Yeah, there's this really nice kind of, I was going to go, almost like it's a brown bready chocolate, but like almost you put a little bit of chocolate cocoa powder in with the brown bready kind of mix. That's what I'm getting here. So you're getting that toasty brown bready elements that you're known to get when it comes to the kind of nice, well done Bocks, whether it be bigger or low ABV ones. And then on the other flip side of things, like I said, there's a confectionery powder, like powdered tin of semi-sweet kind of chocolate kind of thing going on here. So very expressive nose for something this low ABV. Very, very clean. Nothing far as heaviness or off flavors, at least precursors to such things on the nose. And it just has this real beautiful malt base to it. I mean, that combination of that brown breadiness with that added. It's not like brown bread and chocolate. It's that powdered chocolate cooked into that brown bread kind of vibe, but stopping short of being something desserty. Not gonna lie to you. Kind of pumped. Let's dive in. Cheers, y'all. There's a decent bittering to this, too. This is a very, very fun beer. Very, very tasty beer. Absolutely. It has to be a lager. If this is ale, yeast, cold fermented, then they did a ultra bang-up job. It is a lager. Hyper clean, hyper crispy, with that decent punch of that malt base on it. It's really, really fun. So that brownie bread mixed with that kind of chocolate follows suit into the taste. Thought it'd be a hair bit more elevated until I actually remember we're dealing with almost just a hair over 5% beer, so it kind of makes sense where it lands. Very, very flavorful, very, very expressive for its ABV. On the flip side of things is that really, really cool kind of poppy bittering thing that you get on here. It really rides with that bready, chocolatey thing, and then boom, hits you with that nice pop of bitterness on it, almost like Czech Pilsner-esque, maybe a skosh bigger because you're dealing with something that's a bit maltier, and then really this culminates in this super clean finish that is just lager for days. This is absolutely fantastic. You know, when I left there, I didn't buy anything big. I bought a little session hazy IPA, which I'm sure I'll review if I don't drink them all before I get to it, and I bought this going, man, I really want to try something, at least review something that isn't a hazy. I've done non-hazies before, but this is really, honestly, one of the better Bocks that I've had as of late. Sure, slightly Americanized, that bittering pop being a bit more aggressive, that little touch of that little chocolatey vibes that's added to that kind of toasty, bready maltiness, but it's not heavy-handed, and it's not like out in left field with just a crank to 11 kind of vibe to it. It just comes off as harmonious, and that it's supposed to be there, and just brings an added little pizzazz. There's a word for you. Added little pizzazz to a really great tiny little beer, man. This is absolutely one of the better Bocks I've had as of late. Is it Mount Rushmore status? Yeah, it is, honestly. Just that combination of that malt side of things with that bittering pop, I'm here for it. It is epically well made on the lager side of things. We are very, very happy. Value availability on this sucker, I don't remember what it costs. I mean, Warwick Farms brewing prices can be just a hair above market value, so I'm assuming I paid $15 for a sixer. Might be a little bit less, might be a little less. I didn't do the math. is what it is. I'm fine with what I paid for it if that was what I paid for it. Brewery only. So there's that, and leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like Bock's, Summer Box, My Box, those kind of beers, and you don't mind that little added pizzazz of that little added Americanism to it, without getting too outside of its walls of what a Bock can traditionally be, I think you will absolutely love this. So there you go. Reviewing the books. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let's see. Massive Beers if you want to check me out in the social media stuff. Beer Massive, podcasting stuff, and Warwick Farm. Have you been to the brewery? I have. I've been there before. I just went there, and I'm actually going to go at the end of this month with my boy Ty. Ty, we get beers from him every now and then. We're setting up a little brewery trip in my area. We'll be hitting back up there in a couple weeks. Have you been to the brewery? Have you had their beers? Have you had this beer? All that fun stuff down below. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully you enjoyed a nice Bock right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.